So this is an example of a county profile. This is the Cuyahoga County profile. And this, of all of our profiles that we released, this one is definitely the most visual. It's full of charts that help tell the story of what's going on with Health and Human Services in each county in the state. Doing something like this is actually a pretty big undertaking because each of these charts have to be made for each of Ohio's 88 counties. But there are ways to help streamline that process. So I don't know how many of you are interested in doing this kind of thing where you're sort of like mass producing fact sheets, or I think the best example I could think of for nonprofits would be like if you work for a nonprofit that has multiple sites, and let's say you want to have a dashboard of some sort of data of what's going on at each site, you might want to be able to merge your data in this way to create this kind of product. So for these, I actually used InDesign, and InDesign has a data merge feature. So what I did is I made all of the charts ahead of time in Excel. So you have like a big data spreadsheet, and then you make your first chart, save it as an image, and then just like remake that chart a bazillion times with the different data points from the different counties. And then you save those all in one big folder, and basically what you're doing in an Excel document to create the merge is linking through path files to those images, and then InDesign will plug them all into your file. Again, I know that might sound like a foreign language, but if you're sitting in the audience and this is something that you're interested in learning how to do, you can come find me after and I'll talk about some of the nitty-gritty of that. But I don't want to bog you down with that stuff. Again, so these are a little bit labor-intensive to set up, but once you set up and get ready to do that merge, this is something that you can do in-house, because all these charts, like I said, they're just made in Excel. This is not like anything super fancy. But it does have, it has impact, so people can really look at it and see visually what's going on in their county. And there's also one for the state, so you can sort of like compare what's going on in your county to what's going on in the state. And then these are the neighborhood profiles that we released. So these are just for the city of Cleveland SPAs or neighborhoods. And really this is just a table, but again, so the SPA data is not available from the census. So if you're looking for data at the SPA level, you can look at our profiles. We at Cleveland State actually has a department that does this research, and we paid for the data for this. But this presents, what's going on in neighborhoods and what's going on in Cleveland. And again, it's back to what I said about how much we value getting this information out in a way that people can digest it and understand it and use it. And so that's what's going on in this profile. And it's also what's going on in our legislative profiles, which we just released the week before last week. The weeks are flying by. So a week ago, we released these legislative district profiles. They are on our website. We have census data for each state Senate and state House district. So you can pull down the data, use it for legislative visits. You can use it, to help inform people in your community about what's going on in your community. I think a lot of advocates are really getting energized and wanting to go out and talk about what's going on in their district. So this is a great resource for that.